When asked how it felt to lead his newest teammates in the heat of the game against the Dolphins, Patriots quarterback Cam Newton wanted to make one thing clear: his performance on Sunday is what everyone should expect from him. "This is the new normal," Newton said in the post-game press conference after defeating the Dolphins, 21-11, on Sunday. "I think it's time for everybody, including myself, to realize this is what it's like. I think it hit me full circle today, and for me to realize that I'm a New England Patriot and I'm just going to embrace this whole moment." Against the Dolphins, Newton made his presence known. Specifically, he showed how effective his running can be. In the second quarter, he ran for a 4-yard touchdown to give the Patriots a 7-0 lead, while also paying homage to the late Chadwick Boseman afterwards. Then, in the third quarter, he scored a second rushing touchdown off of an 11-yard run. He then handed the ball off to center David Andrews, who delivered a celebratory touchdown spike. "Dave is a person who was kind of in my boat, a person that's been out of football," Newton said about giving the ball to Andrews. "For him to enjoy that, just as much as I've been a witness of how much he works and his whole presentation of how he shows up each and every day, how he practices, and he was the first person that I saw. I knew he would enjoy that," he added. A lot of times, having your hand on the ground, you don't necessarily get the recognition you deserve, but none of what happened for me today would have happened without those big guys up front. Newton, who finished the game with 15 carries for 72 yards and 2 touchdowns, now has 60 career rushing touchdowns. Earlier in the press conference, Newton reiterated the same points that offensive coordinator Josh McDaniels expressed earlier last week, that the team, despite having an unconventional preseason, was going to have to prepare for different scenarios and situations against a team like the Dolphins. One of the coaching points for the game was to be accessible to in-game adjustments, and that's what it pretty much came down to. Getting a win like that, that's not necessarily pretty at times, that's good for the overall team character. I think we just got to keep building from this. Newton then praised McDaniels for being transparent as a coach, which he felt like made their player-coach relationship prove effective on the field. "It was relatively picking up right where I remember the game to be, so to speak," Newton said when asked about the win. "I think it was just a fulfilling process, more so for me as well as Josh McDaniels, Coach Bill Belichick, as well as Jedd Fisch, to understand who they have and what I have. All in all, obviously Josh has been calling plays the same way for a long time, so now, knowing the dialogue we had on the sidelines was unbelievable.